In this video, I will be demonstrating my Yoshi drum script and how to use it. I am having trouble creating patches for my scripts right now, so if you want to use my scripts in your levels, you will need to erase everything in the level provided and then start over. If you've downloaded the level that features the script, navigate to the level folder and double click on it. Here you will see 8 audio files. 4 of the files are the songs without the drums and the other 4 songs include the drums. As of now, there are 4 variations of songs, but I will include more songs in the future. The important thing is to have these audio files in the same exact folder as your level, or else the music will not play. Now, looking at the level settings, you can see that the music is set to none. This is because the music is being played for the script, which I will show you in a little bit. Now go to View and then Events, and you will see that the Yoshi drum script is connected to the Yoshi drums event, and the event is set to auto start when games start. That means that the event featuring the script will be executed right when the level starts. So now let's take a deeper dive of every line of code in this script and discuss what purpose it serves. This first line of code executes the script statement that loads all the songs into memory. Script statements always need to be in the bottom of the script or below every line of code. Scrolling down to the bottom of the script, you can see that every audio file from the level folder is included. Another thing worth mentioning is that these audio files are used as sound effects, since from what I know, it is not possible to manipulate music in this way. Here there are 2 script statements, one that loads the sounds and one that stops playing the sounds. When it comes to the audio set function, there are 4 parameters. The first parameter determines the action of a sound effect. If the value is 1, then the sounds are loaded. If the value is 2, then the sounds that are loaded can be played. Keep in mind that sound effects must be loaded before they can be played. If the value is 3, the sound effects stop playing, and if the value of 5 determines the volume of the sound, which can go from 0 to 100. Changing the volume to 0 does not stop the sound, nor does it pause the sound. It simply keeps playing and you just can't hear it. The second parameter of audio set is a value assigned to the sound effect. I recommend using a value higher than 92, as values 1 to 92 are reserved for the default sound effects. I believe that the third parameter has something to do with the sound effects repeating after being played. In this case, the value should be set to 1 to repeat the sound once it is done playing. And the fourth parameter is the file name of the sound that loads. You must include the file extension or else the sound will not load or play. Going back to the top of the script, you will see a dim variable. Dim stands for declare in memory. By declaring the variable, you can use it to store data. Unlike user variables, which can be used in more than one script, dim variables only work in one script at a time. You can, however, repeat the use of the dim variables by declaring them in another script. Make sure the dim variable is set to an integer since we are dealing with the section the player is in. Another thing worth mentioning is that the entire code above the script statements is inside of a do loop statement, which means that the code will repeat itself every certain number of frames. In this case, it will be repeated every frame, so make sure you have a call sleep function set to 1 frame. Without this call sleep function, the game will crash. The first thing inside of the do loop determines what happens when the player enters and exits other sections. Here the declared variable called previous section is not equal to the section that the player is in. Inside of that if statement, the sounds will reset, meaning that they will stop playing and then start playing again immediately after. To make a section to not be affected by the Yoshi drum script, make sure you have an if statement saying that the particular section is not equal to the section the player is in. So here is what happens with the code determining which songs are played in what section. Make sure the value of the first parameter is 2 to play the sound, and the value of the second parameter matches the value of the song that is loaded. Then have the second song, which features the drums right below the line of the code that plays the song without the drums. The next if statement determines what will happen if the player is riding on any color Yoshi, and inside the if statement contains the volume of the songs that are playing. If the player is riding on a Yoshi, the volume of the song with the drums is set to 100, and the volume of the song without the drums is 0. Now, if the player is not riding a Yoshi, the volume of the song with the drums is 0, and the volume of the song without the drums is 100. You can determine whatever sections you want the drum song to play by changing the value equal to the section that the player is in to any number between 1 and 21. Repeat the steps for every section the player is in and which songs you want to play in what section. So that is how to use the Yoshi drum script. If you need help or if I explained something incorrectly, let me know. Thanks for watching.